I would say daytime.
Are you alone or with others there?
It seems like I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel male or female?
I'm not I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel young or old?
Young,
How young do you feel?
probably like 27.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel male or female there? Trusting your first impressions.
I'm thinking male.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel there?
Serious, like
Mm-hmm.
very serious.
Mm-hmm. And what's the temperature like in this place?
It's hot outside.
Mm-hmm. And what are you wearing?
Like older clothes, like more like like ancient, like.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a camel.
Mm-hmm. So describe what you're wearing.
Whoa, it's like the clothes are like, whoa. I see like this, I don't know, like this staff or something in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And
Describe it.
it's like a it's like wooden in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the clothes are like, I don't know, they look kind of ripped. Like the
Mm-hmm.
clothes are like old, like something they would wear in like ancient times.
Mm-hmm.
The clothes, I have like a rope tied around me,
Mm-hmm.
like a it's like rope tied around me. And there's like a staff in my hand. It's like
Mm-hmm.
wooden and a camel.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
must
this
have been riding on a camel.
hmm and this rope is tied where? On your body?
Yeah, like a belt sort of, but it's
Mm-hmm.
around my shirt area, around my belly. It's like a
Okay.
rope tied around there.
Mm-hmm. And what are you wearing on your feet?
They're like slippers, but they're like it's like the shoes roll up like a fruit roll up, like the end of them.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of curves in like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the shoes look like they're black.
Mm-hmm. And what color is your skin?
Definitely, I'm not black. I'm white.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm much lighter.
Mm-hmm. Describe your hair.
Bald. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see any hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this place that you're in, what are you doing there?
I'm not sure. I just see a staff in my hand, and it seems like I put this black hat on my head, but I'm bald. I don't have no hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It's like I was riding on a camel, and I got off the camel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as you're there with the staff and the camel, what thoughts are going through your mind?
I'm like staring at something. I don't know. I got off the camel. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm relaxing.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what happens next. You're there.
Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. Was I a witch? What the heck?
Tell me what's happening.
Whoa. It looks like I'm getting on that little staff that was in my hand. I'm getting on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa, I'm riding that stick. Like it's like a witch. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
What else do you notice there?
Whoa, and I have a black hat on my head.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? I'm up in the air like a witch on a broom.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
What do you notice as you're there flying?
I'm up in the air.
How do you feel there?
Like I'm on a mission or something. Like I feel good though up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I don't know, like I'm on a mission. That's how I feel while I'm up in the air. Like I'm on a mission.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what happens next. You're there. What happens next?
It looks like somebody saw me up in the sky.
Mm-hmm. And what happened?
Yeah. I don't think it was good either. They wanted me to come down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. They wanted me to come down.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I came down, but I didn't want to come down.
Mm-hmm. And what happens next?
Those people didn't like me either. They saw me up in the air. They didn't like that. Oh,
What people are these you're referring to?
I don't know. It's just these people. They didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
One person saw me up in the air, and then the next thing I knew, it was a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like it.
Describe these people.
I don't know who these people are, but they were like starting to surround me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I see hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see a bunch of people's hands surrounding me.
Mm-hmm. What color are these hands?
They're like light skin.
Mm-hmm.
They're not black. They're not like my color. Like the way I'm black, they're not my color. They're like fair tone, like white.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of them.
And these hands surround you in what way?
Whoa.
Tell me what's happening.
I don't know. It's like it's like they want something from me.
Mm-hmm.
They saw me in the sky. Then I come down. And then it seems at first they didn't like me, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it was just something about it they didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Do they say anything to you?
Well, first the guy person told me to come down off the broom. So I came down, and then I came down,
Mm-hmm.
and then at first they didn't like they didn't like me because they saw me on that broom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that people that were like that, they didn't like me at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's weird, but it's like, and then a bunch of people had their hands out like they wanted something from me.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel there with these people surrounding you with their hands out?
I don't like it at all. Like my face is serious now. I don't like it at all.
Mm-hmm. And what thoughts go through your mind?
Like just leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Do these people speak the same language as you?
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And do you speak the same language we're speaking now?
Yes. They're speaking the same language.
Mm-hmm.
They're
What?
speaking English.
Mm-hmm. What year is it there for you?
I don't know, but it seems pretty ancient
Mm-hmm. What part of the
because
world is it?
I really don't know. I saw a camel and then I was in the air on a broom.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
even
what?
the people's clothes, they were like ancient. Like they must have been like farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Like farmers. I
Mm-hmm.
even saw old horse in a buggy too.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a camel at first.
Mm-hmm. And what's your name? Do they call you any name?
No, I don't see a specific name.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next there? They're surrounded you. And I guess if they're asking for something, you don't like it. Tell me what happens next.
Now I'm on the floor and it's like they have this object sticking at me like a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't want me around. They want me to leave.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel?
Disowned. Like these people don't want me around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I gotta leave.
Mm-hmm. And do you live nearby or are you just passing through in this area?
Seems like I was just passing through.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I don't see anything else.
All right. Let's go ahead and close this scene.
Oh,
Close
I
it.
see. It looks like I got back on that camel or whatever animal I was riding on. I got back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go ahead and close that scene. Close that scene. I want you to move forward to the very next important event in that same lifetime. I'll count from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be in the very next important event in that same lifetime. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and be there now. What's happening? Where are you? Daytime or nighttime?
I'm in the woods.
In the woods? Is it daytime or nighttime?
I want to say night.
Are you alone or with others there?
Seems like I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing there in the woods?
I'm lighting. I have a fire lid.
Mm-hmm. How old do you feel there?
Feel much older. Like probably in my 40s. Like I'm much older.
Mm-hmm. And you're there with the fire lit. What's happening?
It seems like I'm sitting on like a log
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like resting.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel there as you're resting?
I feel tired. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm. And this place in the woods where you are, is this place where you live or you're just visiting?
Seems like I stopped. Like I was traveling and I just stopped there to
Mm-hmm.
rest.
Mm-hmm. And where were you traveling to?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What happens next there?
What the heck? Did somebody attack me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What way were you attacked?
like with like a fork. You know, like those big forks that they put in fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, someone came at me with a fork,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't lit on fire. Someone
Mm-hmm.
did. They came out there and they came at me with a fork.
Mm-hmm. Did they injure you?
Yeah, I think I got injured.
Mm-hmm. Injured where?
Like in the chest area.
Mm-hmm. And what happened after you were attacked and injured?
And I started to bleed.
Mm-hmm. And what thoughts go through your mind?
Like, why is this happening to me?
Mm-hmm. And this person, where are they? Are they still there?
Dang, they said stupid witch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the guy said. He said stupid witch.
Mm-hmm. Describe this guy.
He was definitely white.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you know this guy?
No, I don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
He saw me out in the woods.
Mm-hmm. And as
But I'm bleeding on the floor.
mm-hmm.
I'm
as
bleeding.
and as you're bleeding on the floor, is that guy? Is he still there?
He stood there for a while. He said stupid witch.
Mm-hmm.
Then he walked away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want you to go back just a bit, right after you were injured, before this guy walked away. I want to speak with this guy who attacked you. I want you to lend your mind and lips to him, allow him to express himself. I count from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, I want to speak with this man. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Let me speak with this man. Yeah. Hi there, sir. Hi there, sir.
Oh, he's really angry.
Let me speak directly to him. Allow him to use your mind and lips to express himself. Sir, what are you angry about? What are you angry about, sir?
He said something about his wife.
Mm-hmm. Let me speak directly to him. Just want to speak directly to him. Allow him to use your lips and mind to express himself. Sir, what happened with your wife?
Said he killed her.
Who killed your wife, sir?
This stupid witch.
How do you know that this witch killed your wife? Did you see the witch kill your wife?
Said no.
Mm-mm. How did you tell me what happened to your wife? How did she die, sir?
Said she was murdered.
Murdered how?
Murdered by a witch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're not sure if it was that particular witch. You just know that someone murdered her. You think it was that one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how did you know that the witch was there? How did you know where to find the witch?
I followed him out into the woods.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And how do you feel now that you've injured this witch?
He still feels angry.
Mm-hmm. Let me speak directly with him. Sir, what year is it?
'19. 1915.
Mm-hmm. Sir, what part of the world do you live in?
Australia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let me speak with this witch again. Thank you so much for the information. Sorry, speak with the witch again. Now, 3, 2, 1. Let me speak with the witch now. So you're there laying on the floor. You're breathing. What happens next there?
He pretty much, he spits and then walks away.
Mm-hmm. And what happens? What do you do next? Do you get up from there?
It looks like I see it's like I'm bleeding, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not completely dead.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do next? What happens next?
I get up and I walk kind of slowly back over to the log.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I pull the fork out.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
But then I fall back, but then I fall forward off the log and I hit the floor again, the ground again,
Mm-hmm. What happens?
right next to the fire.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
And I start bleeding a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I'm still on the floor bleeding,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
bleeding a whole bunch out of the chest.
Mm-hmm. So move forward. Tell me what's the outcome of all of this. So you get up from there. What happens?
No, it doesn't look like I get up.
Mm-hmm. So what happens?
What happened?
What happens next? Is that how you lost that body? You died from those injuries?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and close that scene. Close that scene. I want to go back in time before all of this occurred, before you discovered they're flying on that staff. I want to go back to a previous time in that same life as that witch. I'll count from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be in a previous time in that same life as that witch, and another important event in that life where something important was happening. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and be there now. Tell me what's happening. Where are you?
It looks like a desert area.
Mm-hmm. Desert. How old do you feel there?
Younger.
How young do you feel?
Probably like youthful, like young adult.
How young do you feel?
Probably like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm. And are you alone there with others?
Like by myself.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing there?
Seems like I'm traveling.
Traveling. Mm-hmm. And how are you traveling?
Through like an animal, like a donkey.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a donkey. So I believe it's a horse.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel there?
Like tired.
Mm-hmm. Have you been traveling there long?
Yes.
How long have you been traveling?
Probably like 17 hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what thoughts are going through your mind as you're traveling there?
Like I want something to drink.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What happens next there?
It's like I get off the horse and now I'm just like walking side by side
Mm-hmm.
with the animal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As you're there walking, anything else there stand out to you?
It's like I see a skeleton
Skeleton. Mm-hmm. Where do you see the skeleton?
like on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. And what thoughts go through your mind as you see that?
like, whoa, for a second. It's like a skeleton, but it has like a black, like a black, like a black hoodie over it. Like it's covered with like a black kind of jacket thing, like
Mm-hmm.
the things that like a witch would have. It's like a black hoodie
Mm-hmm.
with like yeah, it's like a thing that a witch would wear. It's like black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you feel seeing that?
I feel like sad seeing that.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next there?
I get back on the horse and start riding it.
Mm-hmm. What happens next? What happens next?
I don't know. I get back on the horse, and then it's like I'm riding again, and then I'm still in the desert though.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then
And where are you traveling to?
I'm not even sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, tell me what happens next. You're there traveling.
It's like that's all I see, and then I see the skeleton with the black, with
Mm-hmm.
like the black hoodie thing on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's all I
Okay.
see.
Okay. So let's go ahead and close that scene. Close that scene. I want you to go back to an earlier event where you'll know exactly where you're going to, where you begin this journey, where you're traveling to find out where you're traveling to. So I'll count from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be back at that time when you started this journey in that same life as that witch. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and be there now. What's happening? Where are you? Are you inside or outside?
Outside,
And is it daytime or nighttime?
daytime,
Are you alone or with others?
like by myself,
Mm-hmm. How old do you feel there?
like younger.
How young do you feel?
Not really sure.
Mm-hmm. Trust
Maybe
your.
like maybe like in my 20s.
Mm-hmm. And what's happening there?
I put like flowers next to like a grave.
Flowers next to a grave. Mm-hmm. How do you feel there?
Sad. It's
Mm-hmm.
a grave. And I put like flowers next to the grave, and it's like a skeleton, and the skeleton has like the like black hoodie over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And whose grave is this?
I'm not sure whose grave it is.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind as you put those flowers there next to that grave?
Like I'm missing that person.
Missing that person. This person, male or female?
You know,
Female. Hmm. And this female, what's your relationship to her?
Not sure.
Mm-hmm. Right. This female, how did she die?
Burned to death.
Burned to death. Mm-hmm. I was burned to death by who?
I hear authority.
Authority. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And were you there during that burning? Were you there during that burning?
No, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And what was she burned for?
Being a witch.
And which? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And what happens next there? You place those flowers on the grave. What do you do next?
I get back on the animal I was riding. I believe it was a horse, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm actually wrong. I see wheels.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a horse.
Mm-hmm. And what thoughts are going through your mind? Where are you headed to?
I'm traveling somewhere like back to town.
Back to town? Mm-hmm. And this place where you are, where the grave is, do you live nearby or you just passing?
Seems like I was just passing by.
Mm-hmm. So where do you go next? What happens next?
Seems like it was like horse and buggy.
Repeat that.
Horse and buggy.
A buggy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that female that you placed the flowers on, whose graves you were at, was burned for being a witch. What was her name? What did you call her?
Francis.
Frances. And what name did she call you? What's your name?
I heard Jay.
Jake?
Yeah, like Jay.
Jay, okay. Mm-hmm. So where do you head to next, Jay?
So you get back in the horse and buggy and then travel like back to town because it was like a desert area where I saw a cactus.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a dry area. It was like a desert.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I don't know. I get back to town and it's like I see people with torches in their hand
Mm-hmm.
with like a fire lit in each torch.
Mm-hmm. And what thoughts go through your mind when you see that?
Nothing really.
Mm-hmm. And what are these people doing with these torches? What are these people doing with these torches?
Seems like a fight out, fight breaking out.
A fight breaking out.
Yeah.
happens next?
I don't know. It's like now I see like it wasn't like people with torches. It's like I don't know. It's like a building sort of.
A building with torches lit, you mean?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what happens next?
It seems like I'm going through the door. Yeah, I just went through the door,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a long hall.
Mm-hmm. What do you notice as you're going through this door in the hall?
It's like windows on the side.
Mm-hmm. What is this place? Is this some place where you live or are you visiting?
It seems like I'm going back home.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
Like I parked that horse and buggy. I parked it. Yeah, I parked the horse and buggy,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw it as like a hall, like and windows on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like this fountain thing in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I see this lady with this dress on, like a Cinderella type of dress on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see this guy with like armor on,
Mm-hmm.
like he's a warrior or something.
Mm-hmm. What thoughts go through your mind when you see that?
When I see that, I think of like love.
Repeat that.
I see that, I think of like love.
You think of what?
Love.
Love. Mm-hmm. And what happens next?
The guy, he kisses her,
Mm-hmm. Do you know
and
this
then
this
and then
man?
she goes back up the stairway.
Mm-hmm. Do you know that these two people, this man and this woman?
I don't know who they are,
Mm-hmm.
but the guy has on like armor, like he's getting ready to go to war,
Mm-hmm.
and she has on like this Cinderella dress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's sad.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want him to go,
Mm-hmm.
and then she walks back up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
He walks down the stairs and he puts on his armor. He puts on he puts on the armor, like it's like silver looking, and it has like a red feather.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it on top of his head like armor, and he has a spear in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I see.
Mm-hmm. And where do you go next?
That's
Where?
all I see.
Okay.
He has
Where?
bow and arrow in his hand too, a
In this.
spear, and
Mm-hmm.
then I see him with a bow and an arrow.
Mm-hmm. In this place that you're observing from, where are you as you observe it?
Inside, it's inside like a building.
Inside where?
It's inside a building.
Okay.
I see the fountain too.
Okay. Okay. And this place that you're observing from, is this where you live or a place you're
Yeah,
visiting? Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was coming home.
Okay. Mm. Let's go ahead and close that scene. Close that scene. I want you to go back one more time, a bit further. Before you were there at that grave visiting, putting flowers for that person, Francis, the woman, Francis. I want you to go back to an earlier time in that same life where something important is happening. I'll count from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be in that earlier event in that same life as Jay. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and be there. Now, tell me what's happening. Where are you?
I'm not sure where I am, but I see like first thing I saw was like a little, I don't know, it's like a black um like like same type of black hoodie
Mm-hmm.
that the skeleton had at the grave.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same outfit I saw.
Mm-hmm.
But then the person opened it up,
Mm-hmm.
and then underneath it I saw like armor. That's
Mm-hmm.
like silver,
Mm-hmm. And how old do you feel there?
like young,
How young?
maybe maybe like 30 something.
30 something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And are you alone there with that person or with other people's around?
Yeah, other people are around, but it's like someone came up to me. I think that's me with the armor on. I'm not sure, but
Mm-hmm.
I see the silver armor on, and
Mm-hmm.
then let's see, then like someone with someone with like that same kind of witchy outfit on. It's like black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that with the hoodie. Someone came up to me and like I don't know, like hugged me,
Hugged you. Mm-hmm. Who was this person?
and
Describe them.
and then took the hoodie off, and then it's like whoa, but it's like an older woman with like gray hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's this woman's name?
She said, "I'm your mother."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's your mother's name?
She said her name is Mary.
Mm-hmm. And what else did she say to you? Anything else? Do you have a conversation with her about anything?
She said, "You're a witch."
Mm-hmm. How do you feel there?
It's like right there at that scene. It's like I'm glad to see her,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I'm sad because it's like I don't want to be a witch
Mm. And why don't you want to be a witch?
because witches they're not accepted
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And why are they not accepted?
because because they're seen as something bad.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me, don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm. So in a moment, I'll count from 3 to 1. I want you to lend your mind and lips to your mom, Mary. I want you to allow her to express herself. I want to speak directly with her. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and be Mary now. Hi there, Mary.
She says, be careful.
Mary, what does need to be careful for?
Because you're a witch.
Mm-hmm. And Mary, why did you need to tell him that he's a witch? He wasn't aware of that before?
She said, because he doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. And as a witch, what does he do, or what can he do that you want him to be aware of?
Spells and magic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And how did he become a witch?
Said through his grandfather.
Grandfather. So he's born that way, or his grandfather taught him, or what do you mean?
Said it's in the bloodline.
The bloodline. Mm-hmm. And Mary, are you a witch yourself as well?
Said yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. And where is your son headed off to that he needs to be careful?
War.
Where?
War.
A war? Who is he going to war against?
Or the citizens.
The citizens?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.